Good morning. I'm Emily Beckett, Digital Marketing Specialist at Sprague.
And I'm Steve Wolf, Wholesale Marketing Associate.
Welcome to Sprague's Refined Products Review, where we share what's moving the market, giving you the insights we see every day. All right, Steve, so let's jump in. What happened with oil prices last week?
Well, oil prices finished the week higher, with both WTI and Brent finishing up about 3%. Brent traded in the low 60s, while WTI settled in the upper 50s, rebounding from earlier weakness tied to oversupply concerns.
What was the main driver behind the move up?
The biggest driver was probably geopolitical risk. Markets priced in higher supply uncertainty due to escalating unrest in Iran and ongoing questions about Venezuela oil exports.
And what's happening in Iran, and why does it matter for oil?
Iran experienced its largest protest in years, leading to widespread internet shutdowns and flight cancellations. While there haven't been any immediate supply disruptions, Iran is a major Middle East producer, and instability raises concerns around exports, especially with the Strait of Hormuz, where roughly one-third of the world's crude oil flows. Any escalation, potential closure, or U.S. intervention would likely cause oil prices to spike.
And how did Venezuela factor into the headlines? Any follow-up from Joel's comment last week?
Venezuela stayed in the focus as the U.S. discussed ways to increase crude flows. While near-term exports to the U.S. may resume, oil majors made it clear that meaningful production growth would take years and require significant capital investment, limiting the bearish impact on prices for now. President Trump has been aggressively promoting U.S. investment in Venezuela's oil sector, framing it as a major production and economic opportunity. But high costs, legal hurdles, political uncertainty, and corporate caution make it far from straightforward for those barrels to meaningfully hit the market.
And what's the key takeaway for the oil market right now?
Well, in the short term, it's all about that geopolitical risk premium, from unrest in Iran to Venezuela export negotiations and lingering Russia-Ukraine concerns. These headlines will continue to drive volatility. That said, many analysts are still calling for lower oil prices through 2026, driven by expectations of a global supply surplus and rising inventories.
Well, thanks so much for joining me, Steve.
Thanks for having me.
Be sure to mark your calendars for our next special feature, an overview of Heat Force Premium Heating Oil, releasing Friday, February 6th.
That's all for today. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back next Wednesday with another Refined Products Review. Refine your insight.
Feel your success.
Fuel your insight.
Refine your success.